This is Late Night Health. During hour 2 of Late Night Health today, we're going to be speaking with Rabbi G. Rabbi G has created a program called Kids Kicking Cancer. We're going to ask you to buy his book. It's $5. It goes to charity. It's a really great thing. Tune in next hour on Late Night Health. And if you don't get it, you can always go to latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. Our friend and contributor is Dr. Paul Corona. He is the author of the trilogy Healing the Mind and Body, 1, 2, and 3. And I forgot to tell you, Dr. Paul and I share a love of fantasy and science fiction, and that's why he wrote a trilogy, right? And Terry, one of your favorite authors, Terry
Brooks or Terry Goodkind?
Brooks.
Yeah.
He's one of mine as well. I meant to tell you that last week. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions, you can always ask by going to latenighthealth.com and go to info@latenighthealth.com. Dr. Corona would be glad to answer any questions, and you can visit his website. Wait, do it. You do it.
It's DR for Dr. Dr. Paul Corona. That Corona is Corona, like the beer.
Right.
MD.com. So that's the way of getting a hold of me and reaching me for whatever, any questions or any problems or.
And unfortunately, he says he is not related to the Corona beer family. Let's talk about anxiety disorders, because that's also increasing. Somebody walks into, I don't know, a job for the first time or is fired and they have a panic attack. What is a panic attack? And is it normal? Are they normal?
Well, they're common, but I don't like to call them normal because I don't want any of my patients to suffer. They're supposedly miserable, but it's just an overwhelming anxiety for a panic attack. But most anxiety is not that, it's more mild and moderate, like depression, and just people can relate more to the word stress. People feel I'm so stressed out, and that's anxiety. And there's several reasons we can go into, but there's social anxiety, there's anxiety about flying and driving, there's so many things that people have anxiety about. Public speaking is number one. So there's a lot of things out there that cause anxiety.
And what is actually anxiety? I mean, and don't say being anxious. What is it? I mean, give me a definition.
Well, anxiety is a state of, kind of the nervous system gets a little hyper excited, and adrenaline and kind of speeds up in the system, and that causes a lot of symptoms, problems with breathing and sweating and shaking, and so many things that anxiety causes.
I know that
state in the body.
I know that with anxiety and the release of from the adrenals, which is the flight hormone. It's run, you idiot, run. But there's no place to go. Right. Is that part of the problem?
Yeah, and basically it's also to protect us because of the fact that, for example, if someone's driving and they're about to hit, they see an accident, they swerve the car, go around the car, and right there, their heart's racing, they're sweating, they're shaking. So that's there to protect us from harm. But when it gets to the point where it gets beyond the protective stage and it gets to the more frequent chronic stage, that's where it starts to interfere with people's lives.
Got it. And if I've never had one, if I've never experienced that anxiety, how do I I can't be treated for that? It's if they happen periodically on a regular basis or even a one shot.
Yes, and so what I try to tell the patients to try to mitigate that is to make sure you're exercising regularly. That's the best thing that people can do to prevent the low-grade, moderate anxiety is on a regular exercise program. And also, breathing exercises, meditation, yoga is very, very helpful. If someone just slows the breathing down and does deep breathing, that's can be better than Xanax or Valium.
Gotcha. We are out of time. Give me your website address again, Dr. Paul Corona.
MD.com.
drpaulcoronamd.com.